Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am back with another What Sold video. If you don't know already, my name is Kate and I am a part-time reseller. I resell on Mercari, Depop, Poshmark, and eBay. And in today's video, I'm going to be going through my sales from the dates of June 16th through June 22nd. I am a few weeks behind, but this coming week is the week of the 4th of July and we are going out of town, my family and I. And so I'm going to have my stores on vacation mode for 4 days. So I won't be going through my sales in the coming video for this coming week. I will be a little bit more caught up, still a week behind, but not 2 weeks behind. Let's jump into my sales and I'll show you guys what I sold.
Okay guys, for now I'm going to keep my camera on here, but if I notice that I freeze up, I'm probably going to get rid of the camera feature, but I do like to have the camera feature on. I'm going to start off with Depop where I made one sale. Depop recently actually has been popping off for me. Like this past week, I've made a lot of sales and I'm hoping that the weeks to come reflect the same. This is a vintage Jody multicolor floral chiffon flowy watercolor maxi skirt, size 2. The tag actually said size 9, but because it was vintage and I think it follows vintage sizing, it was more of a size 2. I mean, the waist was super tiny. In my tags, I put elegant, girly, feminine, garden, fairy, cottage, cottagecore, modest, vacation, church, wedding, unique, pretty, pastels, 90s, and Y2K. I also put colorful, travel, as well as boho, cottage, and fairy. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for probably $2. And the reason that I picked it up was because it is chiffon and it is maxi length. And before this sale, I'd actually sold a chiffon maxi length skirt on Depop for around the same price, actually the exact same price. I sold it also for $25 and it was a leopard print skirt. And so I've noticed that maxi skirts with kind of a nice print or a trendy print that are chiffon and flowy sell well for me on Depop for a good $25. $2 into $25 is great in my opinion. I bought this skirt at the beginning of June, so it only took a couple of weeks to sell, which is great. The reason I picked it up was because it was just so beautiful. I didn't really even have Depop in mind, but once I had it listed, I was thinking it was going to sell on Depop, like I said, and I was right. I would definitely pick this item up again. It is just absolutely beautiful. Truly one of a kind piece. This wasn't a size 9 at all. The waist was very tiny. I always include measurements right here. In case you're new to my What Sold videos, I put the name of the skirt or the name of the item, and I'll say approximate flat measurements. And then for skirts, I'll do the length and the waist. And then for jeans, I'll do the length, waist, rise, and inseam. And then for shirts and tops, I'll do length, pit to pit. And if it's long sleeve, I'll measure the sleeve. And I love putting the measurements here because it's a really quick way to add it to your listing just by taking a picture of it and writing it and erasing it from a dry erase board. I used to put everything into a notes draft and then I'd transfer that to my listings, and it took way too long. It took a lot more time. So this was a great method that I switched to, and I'm really glad that I do it like that now. Let's move on now to Mercari, where I sold this vintage polo Ralph Lauren 100% silk handmade brown tan plaid fishing tie. In my tags, I put bloke, handsome, formal, wedding guest, quality, and unique. I bought this from the Goodwill outlet, so I probably paid less than $1. I originally had this listed for $30. Someone made me a $22.50 offer, which I did accept. And it's also awesome because Mercari doesn't take seller fees anymore, so I made the full $22.50. The reason that I picked this up was because it was 100% silk. I'll only pick up ties to resell if they're 100% silk. This was also Polo Ralph Lauren, which is a nice, decent brand. Depends on the piece, definitely. It was also made by hand, and the print was kind of novelty. It's a fishing print with most of it being plaid and then the bottom of a fishing rod toward the point end of the tie. I would definitely pick this item up again, especially for it being less than $1. That is such a great price. You cannot beat that. I actually listed this tie the same day that I listed that skirt that I sold on Depop. So they both took around a couple of weeks to sell, which is great. Okay, you guys, I took off my camera because I froze again. No biggie. I'm just going to take my face off like I did. Let's move on now to eBay. eBay has actually kind of been letting me down lately. Not a lot of sales, although I just made a very high dollar sale, which I will talk about in a future What Sold video. But as for the, not this week that I'm talking about, but as for last week, it was a little bit disappointing. So I sold this. This is a Sundance Woman's brown sheath slip knee length lacy sheer boho dress size 10. In my tags within my description, I said boho indie, film cute, girly chic, sheath lightweight, knee length slip festival, and Coachella. I also put bohemian in my theme. Bohemian means the same thing as boho, but I do like to include both of the words sometimes because if someone, specifically on Poshmark, if they include bohemian rather than boho, boho's not going to pop up and they'll miss out on seeing your item when they are looking for a bohemian piece. I bought this dress for $8 and I listed it at the very beginning of June, so just a couple of weeks to sell, just like those other two items that I sold. I originally had this listed for $50, and this was a promoted listing, I believe. It sold for $38 to someone who made me an offer. The reason I picked up this dress from the thrift store was because it is Sundance, and I'd never found Sundance before until this one thrift trip, and then I found it two other times, which is kind of crazy. But this is very in style, the sheer lace overlay. And it's also really close to when Coachella was. So people are looking for Coachella inspired outfits. It was also a great mid size and just a really pretty unique piece. I'm glad I was able to find that stock photo as well. I would definitely pick up this item again. Maybe I'll get more for it next time. But my mindset recently has been to just move stuff, right? I want to make money, especially on things that I bought from other places than the Goodwill outlet because I spent more money on them. And so I want return on profit for things that I paid a little bit of more money for. Okay, next we have this. This is a French Connection women's empire waist tie black cream midi maxi dress size 8. In my tags, I put feminine, cute, v-neck, modest, short sleeve, flowy, and wedding guest. I actually can't remember how long ago I bought this dress, but I do know that I bought it at Goodwill, so I probably paid $6.99 for it because that is the standard Goodwill dress price. I had this listed for $40 and it sold for $30. I picked up this item because French Connection can be a good brand in certain styles. This was a maxi length, so that was a good factor. And I believe this was also nice material makeup. Yes, viscose, however you like to say it, / rayon. That's one of my favorite material makeups of all time, personally, on my own skin. But unfortunately, you guys, this never arrived to the buyer. It didn't even end up tracking. And a few days ago, I got a message from the buyer saying that they hadn't received their item and that they would like a refund. They first said I was going to reach out to USPS support, but then I just decided, you know what, I don't want to go through the hassle of that. So I'm just going to give them a refund. I also messaged them and said that I hope that the dress still arrives and I'm sorry that the dress never made its way to you. So that's a little disappointing. I lost money there, but I wanted to have a good rapport with my buyer. In this particular listing, I did include pit to pit and length. Usually on dresses, I'll also include a waist measurement, and these are flat measurements. So it doesn't account for the entirety of the waist, just the waist. If the article of clothing was laying down on the ground, okay, we have this next thing I sold on eBay, which is this vintage Montego Bay Club brown leather slip-on summer beach sandals size 9.5. I actually got these from the Goodwill outlet and they had lots of interest on Depop. I believe they had interest on Poshmark too, but they had a lot of interest on Depop. I actually thought they were going to sell on there, but they sold on eBay, much to my surprise. In my tags, I put resort wear, vacation, beach, Hawaii, tropical, boho, neutral, and Y2K. And just in case you guys don't know, these tags are really only helpful when selling on Poshmark, because if you don't know, when someone searches for something that they want to buy in the search bar on Poshmark, the search results will not only show up for what you have in your title, but also for words that you have in your description. So I always include tags, and I don't delete them when I cross list. I just leave them there. No need to do the extra work because it isn't a harmful thing to leave it up. I bought these back in the middle of April, so it has been around 2 months. I paid $2 for these. I originally had them listed for $24 and they sold for $19. Also, it was a promoted listing. A lot of these sales were promoted listings. I've kind of just let a lot of my listings be promoted listings now, especially during summer slowdown when sales are slower. And so I want the buyers that come onto the reselling platforms to see my items before other people's. And so I'm willing to pay for the promoted listings on eBay. I picked these up because they are really cute. They're slip-ons, they're vintage, they're leather, very like Y2K, cute little heel. And I would definitely pick these up again. They're super, super cute. All right. So now we have these. These are a pair of Keen men's gray tan black Newport H2 water sport outdoor sandals, size 15. In my tags, I put fishing, hiking, camping, flexible, versatile, and quality. I paid $5 for these. I bought them at a local Christian thrift store called Calvary Thrift. I usually only buy shoes from that thrift store because they're around $5 for their flats and sneakers. When I got home, I noticed that this part, the stitches were coming apart, and so I had the price lower than I originally would have priced this item at. They did sell for my full asking price of $25, which is great. The reason I picked these up was because Keen sells really well right now. And I bet the reason that they sold, even though I thought they wouldn't because of that imperfection, was they were a bigger size 15. And I feel like sometimes really small sizes and really big sizes can help an item sell. I bought these at the end of May, so just a couple of weeks to sell. Would definitely pick these up again. I love selling Keen around this time of the year. I mean, this is the first time around this time of the year as a reseller that I've ever sold Keens, but I've been loving it. I have a pair of black Mary Jane Keens that I got from the Goodwill outlet that I'm hoping to sell soon before the season is over. Next, we have this pair of pants, which was actually a very surprising sale for me. This is a pair of Free People black jeggings, stretch raw hem, high-rise pants, size 28. In my tags, I put effortless, super skinny, classic neutral, minimalist, casual, contemporary, and staple piece. I bought these from the Goodwill outlet for around $1 to $2. I listed them at the beginning of May, so about a month and 1 week to sell, just over a month for these to sell, which is great. I did not expect these to sell, honestly, because they're Free People, which is why I got them, but they're not really the best Free People thing. They're skinny and kind of basic, but I decided to get them anyway because they were from the bin, so I thought, why the heck? I'll get them because they're Free People. They did not sell for $22. They sold for $20, which is really close. This was a promoted listing. Would probably pick these up again. Not definitely. Like if I saw them at the bins, I wouldn't be super excited. I wouldn't pick these up from a normal thrift store, but if I found these again at the Goodwill outlet, I think I would snatch them up. Okay, this is another Goodwill outlet bins find. This is a Disney Vintage Kids Winnie the Pooh Tigger green hood pullover jacket, size 7 to 8. In my tags, I put Disneyland, Disney World, nostalgia, cute, and fleece. This did require a little bit of sweater shaving. Since I got it at the bins and it's a kid's small jacket, probably paid around $1 for it. I originally had this listed for $18 and it sold for $18. The reason I picked this item up was because it's vintage Disney, kids vintage Disney, but it's also Winnie the Pooh vintage Disney, which people seem to love Winnie the Pooh vintage. I don't know if it's still as popular modern, but it holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. I have noticed I listed this at the beginning of May, like that other thing I was just talking about. So, about a month and 1 week to sell, just over a month. I would definitely pick this item up again. This item was hard to capture the true color of it. Like if I got close up, it looked kind of blue. There was pilling throughout. There definitely was somewhere, but this is just the cutest little kid's piece. It belongs to a kid named Russ Ryan, something like that. Really cute, fun Disney piece. Would definitely pick that up again, but only from the Goodwill outlet. All right, two more sales on eBay. I made a lot of sales on eBay this one particular week. This is a pair of Timberland men's brown leather adjustable strap sandals, size 11 medium. In my tags, I put beach, surf, vacation, neutral, quality summer, walking, lake, slip-ons, and travel. I bought these from the Goodwill outlet. I'm guessing for around $3. I listed these back at the beginning of April, so they took around just over 2 months to sell. I had these listed for $32 and they sold for $27 on a promoted listing. I made a watch or run offer. They accepted after we kind of worked out measurements. They're more of an 11.5, but I think their Timberland boots run a little bit big. The reason I picked these up from the Goodwill outlet is because they were cheap, but Timberland also is a nice brand. These were in pretty excellent condition, although they looked a little squished. I would pick these up again. Okay, last item on eBay, we have this. I got from a garage sale, actually. This was one of the first things I found at a garage sale I was looking at when I went garage selling a little over a month ago. This is a Banana Republic woman's gray merino wool ribbed mock neck sweater, size medium. I do really, really well selling merino wool Banana Republic pieces online. I don't know why. It's just how well it's worked for me. I've only sold women's pieces with the merino wool Banana Republic, but I bet that men's would do just as well. In my tags, I put warmth winter merino wool, long sleeved sweater, turtleneck, ribbed, cute capsule wardrobe, classic minimalist and layering. I did not need to put merino wool twice, but I guess I did, or maybe my cousin helped me with this listing. Since I got this at a garage sale and it was with a bundle of stuff, I'm saying that this cost $1. I bought this at the beginning of June, or that's when I listed it in the beginning of June. I originally had this listed for $30. It sold for $30. Full price sale on a promoted listing. Really happy with this sale. A really classic, neutral, everyday piece. Really, really feminine. I like how the model looks in this photo. I wonder if it looks just as good off the photo, but I think it does. The reason I picked this up from the garage sale was because it's 100% merino wool, super cheap. Would definitely pick this item up again. Okay, let's end off on Poshmark. This is a Goodwill Bins pickup. I have a lot of Goodwill Bins pickup because as of a couple months ago, I mostly source at the Goodwill outlet, and it has really helped me make more money, cheaper costs of goods. This is a Hobo International liquid snake print Lauren leather wallet clutch with pockets. Hobo is a great wallet brand. I don't know if they sell purses too, but I saw this sticking out of a bin and I remembered my mom having a purse like this and saying it was really expensive. The style of the wallet looked really familiar. Looked inside, saw that it was Hobo, and looked that up just to be sure that this was the nice brand that I had remembered my mom had. That was what this was. There was a little tiny bit of wear on the corner here, and I think there was a teeny tiny pink mark inside, but overall, really great condition. In my tags, I put vintage Y2K, snake print, animal, leather, chic, wallet, money, fashionista, mob wife, quality, and magnetic closure. I bought this for $2, two-ish dollars. I believe I originally had this listed for $42, maybe $45. It sold on an offer to someone who had made me an offer for $37. I listed this at the end of May. I would definitely pick up this item again. It's just such a cute wallet, and I can't wait to find another Hobo wallet. I never find nice wallets and purses at normal thrift stores, only at the Goodwill outlet. I will keep looking out for wallets from there. Okay, we have this. This is also from The Bins, of course. This is a Old Navy woman's black smocked cami fit and flare tie shoulder jumpsuit, size extra large. In my tags, I put comfy, cute, versatile, tie shoulder, wide leg, summer, breathable, stretch, drop crotch, minimalist, and neutral. I bought this for $2 to $3 at the Goodwill outlet. I had this listed for, I think, $22. Someone made me an offer of $15, which I did accept. There was a tiny, tiny bit of fading. You can't really see it in this photo. I think I said, yeah, the black is mildly faded on the top part. So it's mildly faded, but the reason I got this was because it is a size extra large in Old Navy. In larger sizes in Old Navy, their dresses, and I also feel like their jumpsuits can do okay. This was obviously a lower amount, but I'm still happy with this sale. I do think that I would pick it up again from the Goodwill outlet only, of course. I listed this at the beginning of June, like a lot of the other stuff, so just a couple of weeks to sell. This next sale is something I could have got a lot more money for. It is this All Saints black burgundy Hollands suede leather wool biker jacket size medium. I actually got this at the Goodwill outlet several months ago and it was more heavyweight, so I probably paid around $6 to $8. Well, I actually didn't put any tags in this, probably because I bought it so long ago, but this did have some wear. I mean, it was still in really good condition, still wearable. I think I originally had this listed at 115 and I went down to 85. I think I made an offer to all of my likers of $45 just because it was kind of a slow sales day or I was just wanting to make money. So I sold this for $45. I'll show you guys the wear. There was a little wear down there by the zipper. Let me see. There was another one where I had a kind of a close up of the collar right here. There was just a little wear. So I think I could have gotten more than $45, but I'm just happy to have made this sale. I had to get this item because it was All Saints. I actually saw it in the bin and felt that it was quality. So I looked up the brand All Saints and I was shocked for how much these were listed for on Poshmark. It was actually the first time I ever found All Saints and the last time I've ever found All Saints. So hopefully I find it again. Would definitely pick this item up again, of course. Okay, so this next piece is something I actually bought for myself at Deseret Industries thrift store. This is a new H&M light green pleated classy midi chiffon dress size medium. And I believe that this is either still sold on H&M's website or it still has the description, but I got a lot of nice keywords like drop shoulders, wide sleeves, wide cuffs, slit, covered buttons, pin tucks, concealed button at top, flared pleated skirt lined, narrow elastic. I also put my tags modest, tie waist, classic, vintage look, elegant round neck, pastels, wedding guest, half sleeve, minimalist, church, and semi-formal. This photo actually didn't come from H&M's website. This was the photo that came from H&M's website. Someone had done a photo show and used this specific dress, so I used their image. Such a really pretty image, definitely styles the outfit correctly. I actually bought this for $8 for my mom, and she ended up trying it on and not liking it. She said it was too grandma-y, even though I thought it was really pretty. So I did not buy this to resell, but when she tried it on and didn't like it, I decided to list it for $20, I believe. Someone made me a $15 offer, which I accepted, so I did make my money back, plus a little bit of extra, but usually I don't pick up H&M, even if it's new with tags. This originally retailed for $49.99, so around $50, but yeah, wouldn't pick this item up again. This sold very quickly after I listed it. I listed it on June 12th, and it sold on June 16th, so it took like 4 days to sell, a really quick sale. But it is really pretty. Really, really pretty. All right, this is a Lululemon. All right, this next thing is a Lululemon Athletica Women's Plum Tata Tanner Sports Bra size C pictures. I actually didn't see a size tag or label, so I had to do measurements, but I guessed it was a size. Actually, I don't think I said what size I guessed it was, but I think it was a size medium, maybe a medium large just by looking at it. In my tags, I put athletic, athlete, fitness, trainer, yoga, dance, hiking, running, marathon, gym, and workout. Bought this from the Goodwill outlet, probably paid $1. Originally had this listed for $25 and it sold for $25, which is great. I actually thought it sold for $22 because when the liker likes one of my items that has been listed for $25, it goes down to $22. But nope, this sold for the full $25. Had to pick this item up because Lululemon, the 2 times that I have had it, has sold pretty well for me, and the bins is such a low cost to get Lululemon items. I've only ever found Lululemon bras. I listed this at the end of May. So it's been around a little more than a half of a month to sell. Would pick that up again. Okay, so I actually made this sale. This is a pair of Ariat men's denim low-rise M4 boots, straight jeans, size 38 by 34. I bought these at the Goodwill outlet. And in my tags, I put thick, quality stretch, Western rodeo, cowboy, country, and Texas. I had these listed for $32, I believe. Someone made me a $26 offer, which I accepted. But before I had the chance to ship this out, the buyer messaged me and said it was the wrong size. Yeah, these are still for sale. So I'm hoping that I can get these sold quickly, maybe even for more than $26. That would be great. Okay, so this is a pair of Cody James black leather stitching square toe Western cowboy boots, size 10D. In my tags, I put Texas Rodeo, country, quality, neutral countries, and travel. I also got all this information, I believe, from Cody James' website, but it had keywords like spur ridge, three-quarter welt, whatever that means, genuine steel shank, cushioned leather insole, thermoplastic heel counter, comfort leather lining, 8-row stitching pattern, premium full grain leather foot and shaft, as well as 13 inches shaft height. These were actually 8 pounds. Poshmark sent me a message saying that next time I needed to upgrade my shipping label to be over 5 pounds, but I swear that these weren't over 5 pounds. Maybe my weight estimations are just completely bad. I didn't think these were over 5 pounds. Probably paid around $6 to $8 for these, sold them for $44, even though I think I had them listed for $52. I would pick these up again. I listed these on June 14th and they sold on June 18th. So another sale that took 4 days to sell. I had a lot more to get through, so I think I'm just going to tell you guys where I bought the item and how much it sold for because this was a lot of sales on Poshmark. We have this St. John Soka Aztec print brown silk sleeveless shirt top necktie, size 2. Bought this at Goodwill for $1.99 actually, and St. John is a good brand, but this just didn't have a lot of interest. I don't know if it was the size or the style or what kind of line it is within St. John. It's Soka St. John. So I made an offer to likers of $10. There were 2 likers or 1 liker, and they accepted. And oh, I guess I didn't really put that much in my description. This was something I bought a while ago, so that makes sense. I said that it was geometric pattern and that there was a necktie. I would pick that up again, maybe if it was in a larger size, but $1.99 for a shirt at the thrift store, the regular Goodwill, is kind of amazing. This was a Goodwill bins pickup. This is a pair of White House Black Market tan gold detail stretchy cargo pants, capris, size 6. White House Black Market is a more expensive brand. I believe that it's owned by the same people that own Banana Republic. The reason I got this pair was because they are cargo pants, which is in style, but they're more of a elegant cargo pant with the gold details. These were in really excellent condition. I don't pick up White House Black Market usually, but this had some good factors going for it. I thought I offered my likers $15. I think there were a few. Somebody accepted. Glad that sold. We sold this, which is something I bought forever ago, like several months ago, thinking it would be a good pickup. It was not. This is a men's Woolrich 100% cotton, button-up collared, casual blue, extra, extra large shirt. I think I had this listed for $18. Someone made me a $10 offer, which I accepted. In my tags, I put men's summer shirt, spring shirt, simple shirt, breathable fabric, and vacation clothes. Okay, next we have these, which I got in a mystery bag from Revive Thrift Boutique. If you go back through my channel, you will see me going through a surprise mystery bag, and these were in there. This is a pair of Victoria's Secret cheetah leopard print. Oh, I didn't even spell that right. I put prind with a D, but they still sold. Black, brown, tan, fuzzy slippers, size large. I had this listed for either $18 or $16. The buyer made me an offer of $12, and I included in my tags slip-ons, spa day, self-care, warm feet luxury, and bachelorette party. The same buyer that bought these slippers actually bought this Orvis sweater too, but they didn't bundle them. So I shipped them out separately, unfortunately. This is a Orvis woman's cream gray merino wool yak geometric thick sweater shirt, size medium. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet. The material makeup was really great. 50% yak, 50% merino wool. I mean, how cool is that? I originally had this listed for $50, maybe 45, maybe even 40. Someone made me an offer of $34, the same girl that bought those Victoria's Secret slippers, and I did accept. Would pick that up again. All right, just a few more things. This is another Goodwill Outlet Bins pickup. This is a pair of Born Women's brown leather Sorja 2 cushioned supportive slip-on sandals, size 9. I actually love selling Born. It sells really well for me if it's in good condition. These were from the bins and they honestly looked new without tags. Super cute, comfy, and cushioned, very boho. bohemian. In my tags, I put beach, vacation, walking, wide footbed, neutral, comfy, arch support, quality, stitch details, and slides. There was a blurb from somewhere that said that the sandal was stitched by hand to ensure high quality and durability, which is great. There is a moisture wicking fabric footbed. Would definitely pick this up again. All right, this second to last thing is this new Banana Republic tan khaki neutral mini dress with pockets size 10. In my tags, I put neutral, minimalist, casual, travel, sleeveless, breathable, and A-line. I actually think I paid $25 for this, which is super steep. I thought I could sell it for like above 50. I bought this in my new reselling days. Don't be like me. When someone made me a $22 offer, I just accepted because I thought, why not? No for next time. So we did lose money. Okay, very, very last piece. We have this, which I got from the Goodwill. No, I got this from Desert Industries. It's this Zoba trendy workout fitness purple cropped top activewear size large. Well, I guess I didn't even put anything in my tags. I listed mine, I think, for a little bit above 15, and someone made me a $11 offer, which I accepted. I think I paid $3 or $4 for this shirt, so a very small profit. I actually have another Zoba shirt in a size extra large, which I'm hoping sells, and it's just this nice, pretty gray color. That is everything. That is all my sales.
All right, guys, that is the end of this what sold video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to be putting my total on the screen like I usually do at the end of my what sold videos because I put my gross total in my title of this YouTube video. Sometimes when I have a higher amount, I like to put my total on my title for my YouTube video. It's more appealing. I will see you guys in the next what sold video and my other future YouTube videos, hopefully. Bye.